Hi and welcome to the channel. Now, are you tired of continuously slicing the ball because you come over the top of it? Well, I'm going to show you a game-changing drill today, which is really simple to do, which is going to really totally transform your swing path, and it's going to give you straighter, more powerful shots. So come on, if you're ready to change your game and transform it, let's go do it. Okay, so let's first of all discuss what over the top means, okay, and just clarify that so you have a clear understanding if this is what your problem is. And one of the things that we see, it's quite a common fault we see with a lot of golfers, is swing path. Now, swing path is when I swing a golf club, my golf club swings around me in a circle, okay? And so there's a circular path, let's say a circle, around me. And it's on a slight incline as well, so it's not a vertical or horizontal one, it's sort of somewhere in between. Now, that swing path, okay, and plane. Now, when I swing a golf club, what generally comes and happens is my club head will approach the ball on this side of the curve of the arc or the path, and it's going to come from slightly what we call inside the line. So I'm stood inside the line. There's a line that runs from behind my ball through the ball towards the target. I'm stood slightly inside that line, and this is what we call outside the line. Now, we want to try and swing the golf club just slightly from inside to square and then back round inside again on that curve, so it swings around me in a curve. Now, what we generally see a lot of golfers do though is they have a tendency from the top of the swing is to get a little bit too shouldery and try to throw the shoulder at the ball and try to heave down, and this gets the right shoulder to come forward and the right hip to a certain degree. What a telltale sign is that the right hip stays quite high and the left hip gets quite low, and they tend to come forward this way. So we see golfers, they get up to the top and then they come down in this way in a very steep manner. Now, this means that I'm going to come over the top of my swing plane or path, okay? So we like to see you, well, at Malaska Golf, we like to see you go up and then under the plane. What we see a lot of golfers go under the plane to then over the plane. So they're swinging over the top. Okay, and a lot of it's to do because they're trying to heave at it with the shoulders and trying to thump it down the fairway and end up slicing it to the right. So when I come across the ball like so, depending on the club face position, if my club face is square to that path, I'll just hit it straight left. But if my club face is a few degrees open to that path and I'm coming across it, it's going to make the ball go off to the right hand side. I can play decent golf from that, and depending if I can manage the face. And some golfers have done on the tour, you know, some have played really, really well from that. But that movement of coming across the ball is really, really a destructive one, because it makes you come down very, very steep on the ball. You're going to get a glancing blow onto the ball. You're not going to really compress it. And some people try to salvage it as well by maybe moving up into it and so on. So it can create a lot of problems in the golf swing. So that's really what we call an over-the-top sort of motion. And this over the top can be quite destructive for some golfers, and it can happen with all your clubs. It can happen, I've got just holding a 7-iron, it's the first one I grabbed out of the bag. It can happen with your driver, hybrids, you name it, it can happen with everything. So, and generally when you've got that pattern going on in your swing, you'll tend to do it with all clubs anyway, and you'll hit different shots because you've got different lofts on clubs. You know, different lofts mean different results, and also because it depends on how well you manage the face. Get a longer club in the hand, less loft, you're not going to be able to manage the face as effectively as you could do with, say, a pitching wedge. Okay, so it's a really important one that we try to work on and try to get rid of that shot. So it's from up here. We see a lot of golfers, they start the swing down this way, get across the ball, and then they hit across it in quite a severe manner and end up very, very low or chicken winging. The chicken wing is really a production of what that's happened there, because you've got to make and create room for yourself to hit the ball. So some people would see the chicken wing as the fault, but actually it's the start of the downswing or that transition period. Okay, so that's what we call over the top, and that's being caused and destructed by your body. Your body's getting in the way of you. So I'm going to show you a real simple drill that's going to help you to get the right feeling, that's going to help you to correct that swing path if you have a tendency to come over the top of it with your shoulders and heaving at it with your body. Okay, so that's what we're going to try and show you. It's a real simple drill to do as well. Hey, Thanks for watching, and thank you for sticking for the video for this long. Please remember to subscribe and like the video if you can, and share it with your friends. Also, if you want more exclusive videos with myself or with Mike Malaska, come and join our sites. My site is mattbakergolf.com and Mike is malaskagolf.com. You're going to find loads of content on there. Mine's having a revamp as we speak. It's going to be bigger and better as we go along with a community basis. But yeah, if you have any and you want to get more thirst for more knowledge, come and check out our sites. I'll put the links below. So what is the drill? How do we fix this? We've got to get a different feeling as we swing through the ball. Now, a great way to do this, and I learnt this from Mike, is a great way to do it, is because we've got to get the feeling of everything moving differently in the downswing, especially the body. And we need to create room and we need to create space in the downswing as we do this. Now, a great way to do this is to take an iron. You can take, I've got a 7-iron here, but you can use a longer club if you want to get this left arm out of the way a bit higher. It's really up to you. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to take a golf ball in my hand. Okay, I've got another one here. And I'm going to literally swing back, but I'm going to literally just throw this, this ball down my target line with my right arm. But I'm going to get a feeling of everything moving slightly differently. So my left shoulder is going to feel like it's going to go up, and as I swing down, I'm going to feel my right shoulder coming down into the ball as well. I'm not going to get the shoulder coming forward. Okay, so it's going to feel like it's coming under, and I'm just going to literally throw the ball under my left arm in this manner. This does a lot of great things, really, because it produces the right sort of hip movement. My right leg, for example, if I go this way and do it, as I swing, as I throw back and I go to throw under, so I'm going to push my left hip back out the way as we want to be doing, okay, because it's a natural throw-in motion. And my right leg is going to work inwards and downwards, let's say. So my right knee, my femur sort of turns down and in, and I'm sort of almost rotating in my hip socket, and this gets me moving and swinging the club underneath. I'll feel like my right arm's working under my left, so my left shoulder feels like it goes up and the right arm comes under. So that's really what we're trying to feel here. So take my stance, swing up and through that way, and I can feel everything work underneath. I can feel my right shoulder come under. I'm going to get the club head to come into the back of the ball as I do this. So really that movement here really is impact. So I'm coming into the impact at this point here, like so, and I can feel it. I can feel my right arm feels like it's lined up behind the back of the shaft because I'm throwing it underneath, and my right shoulder comes down, left shoulder goes up in the swing, because this is what flattens out the curve or the arc, and I'm going to really get that ball. So I can really feel that motion by just doing this. So I'm trying to capture all the thoughts. You don't have to do it hard, but I'm just going to swing back. I can just feel that. I can just have a little rehearsal first, just to feel that motion of coming in and under. So just go back and back down that way. I can feel myself coming into the ball that way. And then once I've done that a few times and I've gotten the feel for that, then I'm going to try to recreate that. Recreate that and feeling that right hand coming almost under the plane and under my left arm. And I want to try to recapture that feeling with my shoulder. So back and through that way. I can really feel that I came underneath the ball this way and hit through towards the target. It's a great way to feel it, and it's as simple as, you know, we often see pros talking about you know, it feels like you're skimming stones. You know, when you're skimming stones in a pond. Well, yes, it is to a certain degree. I mean, they always talk about how this right elbow tucks in and so on. It releases. You wouldn't throw a ball by keeping the elbow tucked in. It releases through. So, but it's a great way to feel it, and it will work with every club. Feel that motion. I can feel how my left shoulder on my left side almost gets in the way a little bit, and I have to throw underneath my left arm. It helps me to also train that release that we've talked about as well in the past, that throw release. It's a good all-round drill if you're really struggling coming over the top of the ball. So it's a great way to train it. It's a very simple movement. Once you've done it, you felt it, then I'm going to try to repeat it. So I'm just going to try and feel that motion of coming underneath it and through. I can really feel that right shoulder coming down and under, and I can swing off towards the target. You'll come into the ball in a much better path, more shallow, if you want to say that word. I don't like that word, but more shallow, and you'll hit more powerful shots, definitely, for sure. And then you've got to then try to interpret that into a driver swing as well. But I'd start off with a mid iron like this, 8 iron, 7 iron, something like that. Just get that feeling. Okay, so that feeling, and I'm standing here like this, and there I'm trying to recreate that feeling in the golf swing to try and come into the ball in this manner like so. So I'm coming into the back of it. My right arm, we call this line of compression. My right arm is lined up behind the back of the shaft nicely. A couple of telltale signs. You can just see the outside of my left forearm. I am wearing black today, so you might not see it as clearly, but my right arm is lining up behind the back of it to compress the ball, and I get a nice shot when I do that. So it's a really great drill, and it's going to really give you instant feedback, immediate feedback, which is what we're really always after. But that feeling, you want to try to then recreate it. Do a couple of throws and then get straight into hitting a shot. Tee it up to start with, and then progressively come off the tee. So there we have it. That is a simple, quick and easy way to fix this over the top swing. I can promise you, whenever I've done this with any of my clients and I get them to do this immediately, first throw, they immediately get themselves in what we call the right position, let's say, or the right feel. And so we identify straight away that it's not a physical issue, it's just more of a mental way of feeling it. So practicing this and just doing this on a regular basis, you're not going to do it first swing. Give it chances, okay? Keep doing it, keep feeling that motion, revert back to that throwing motion, and then go into hitting a shot. And start off nice and simple, nice and slow. One of the things that we see a lot of amateurs trying to do is always trying to swing it as hard as they possibly can. When they're changing things, slow it down, give yourself a chance, and take your time with it. So it's a real simple it's a real simple stroke, real simple thing to do. Now, if you have any questions or comments about that, please drop it below. And yeah, sure, hopefully it helps you and it helps you to improve your golf. That's all we're trying to do here. So anyway, thank you for watching once again. Thank you again for subscribing. Please remember to like, subscribe and share this video with any of your golfing friends. I hope it helps them. I'm getting some wonderful comments in the boxes below. Any questions you have about this, please ask and I'll be more than happy to answer. Anyway, thanks again for watching and I'll catch you soon.